All right, family. We're here live with the general. We're talking about this sentencing of Carmelo Anthony, and it's just like, man, this shit right here is really mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? Really mind blowing. Gave Carmelo Anthony 35 years, 35 years, and we can't let that end like that. It got to be a more serious fight, than what was put up in this kangaroo court. Because they had it out for Carmelo Anthony. They had it out for Carmelo Anthony. That's just all that it is. Our babies get shot down, every day, by these people. And nothing happens. Polices, vigilantes, it's always the black boys' fault. You know, they have demonized, the young black man to where anytime it's a altercation, he's always looked at. But this has been the stereotype from day one. You know, this has been a stereotype from day one. So, uh, you know, when I seen the jury, and it says you should be judged by your peers. Those are not Carmelo Anthony's peers. See, those are not Carmelo Anthony's peers. And like I say, man, it's just so much that's blowing my damn mind. That you actually going in a racially charged trial like this, that you would allow 12 white jurors, you know, to judge this black boy. That's some bullshit. That is really some bullshit. Those are not his peers. You got to be from his community. And when we talk about community, you stay where he stay. You of the, economic class, social class, and even racial class. You can't have a historically white community that have oppressed black people over here for over 200, 300 years. And then you set 12 white people up there to judge a racially charged trial like that. That's some bullshit. That's bullshit. Any which way, this like fucking Mississippi burning or some shit. Mississippi burning. And so I'm just I'm just like, what the hell? And they must appeal this by any fucking means necessary and take it all the way up to the Supreme Court if need be. Because they feeling like, they feel like they can railroad black people whenever the fuck they want to. We got enough power where you can't just railroad nobody. You can't just railroad nobody. And that's what that was. And like I say, that was, clearly, that trial should have been moved. I believe that trial should have been moved because there's no way in hell he's going to get a fair trial in a predominantly white county. It's not a predominantly white state, but I believe it was a predominantly white county, if I'm not mistaken, and, racially inclined to, and to say that people's is impartial. Can you be impartial? Them white people sat up there and pretended, when you get ready to get questioned, and they probably didn't grill them. They knew the fix was in. People know how to shut up and tote the line. They know how to shut up and tote the line. Can you be impartial to the, the racial chart energy that's going? Yes, I can. That's all you had to say. And so the black, they was interviewing black jurors, and somehow they say that they couldn't be racial, couldn't be impartial to, what was going on. I don't know what they said, why they couldn't, and I want to go back in and see what was said as to why they couldn't be impartial. Did they say this? What type of people would do that? That's fake. No, because anybody in their right mind know that this boy need somebody on the jury that look like him. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're gonna listen to the information, but when we know the fix in, there's gonna be a balance to say, no, you're not about to railroad this boy. We know what y'all trying to do. So when you saying peers, then goddamn, even in certain arenas, if the population is whatever it is, you should have a percentage. You can't stack the damn deck with 12 white jurors. You cannot stack the deck. Now listen here. Now if Austin Metcalf had murdered Karmelo Anthony and it was reversed, it is no way in hell that America would allow Austin Metcalf to be judged by 12 black jurors for murdering a black boy. They would not have done that. You see, they wouldn't, because they know damn well what the outcome more than likely gonna be. Even though you might get some, you might get some, one of these niggas decide what the, you probably come, but with them, they're gonna toe the line. They're gonna toe the line. They ain't gonna get in there. Yeah, can you be impartial? Yeah, I'm impartial. I'm gonna just listen. People can fake all day long, and they ain't gonna grill them. Ask them one time. The white people, you gonna be impartial? I'm gonna be okay. Good, you in. They ain't. But the black people, they probably grilled them, or they probably was fake. You see what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't. How in the hell if somebody asks you if you gonna be? Yes, I'm gonna be impartial, even if you. Because ain't nobody gonna be impartial. Ain't that a bitch? We got to quit faking this Jesus. You Jesus is some God or some motherfucking body. And I'm saying that only not that I look at him as God, but some people think that they walk on water. You see that people can't, I'ma just, man, the fix was in. They came in there feeling a certain way. Ain't no, don't watch the news. Motherfucker, they've been watching the news since the shit happened. And a lot of people seen it was racially charged from day one. It was racially charged from day one. Out the gate, it was racially charged. So ain't no motherfucker that hadn't seen it. People didn't made their decision. They seen white people automatically went on the side of Austin Metcalf, and they seen black people went on the side of Karmelo Anthony. It was racially charged. So you think them people is racially, and they're going to get up there and they're going to toe the line because they already know what the community is saying. You understand? Find him guilty. He got to be found guilty. You see? And so you going to put 12, and it's not they, but that's what you're supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do, because you don't want people to say he was railroaded. So that's why you find, and if you got to move it, you see what I'm saying, to where, and it should be moved. If you find that the community, and that's where they line to, and acting like white people who've been the most racially inclined motherfuckers ever, then raided and robbed more people on the planet than any one person on the planet. And we gonna pretend like they can't, be racially inclined and lie all the time. They lie all the motherfucking time. Make jokes about it and shit. You understand what I'm saying? When Emmett Till, they found some, tie around Emmett Till head, neck or something, and they make jokes talking about, they know that nigga should have known he can't swim with that on his neck or some shit like that. Make all these type of racially. So when they sat up in there, they knew, just like Mississippi burning, when you get an all-white jury for a black man, knowing they're going to come back and run down the stairs, guilty. So, they should have been fighting that. They should have been fighting that jury from day one. Like, what? 12? No, you know what I'm saying? Somebody no, these is not his peers. These are not his peers. Peers is people that come from your community. They from a different community. They not from the community where we come from. You see, and so I mean, I believe them numbers mean something. If black people, 40 million people, or 13, 14, 15%, so they say, you got to toe that line where there's something in it that's gonna balance the scale. This is a railroad. They are not our peers. This is no different than having an all-black community and the police force be 75, 65% white. What the fuck is going on here? I mean, what the fuck is going on here? Y'all is stupid. I mean, I'm talking to white. They stupid. You know, the thing, people gonna keep falling for this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is bullshit. You know? And so most definitely that should be appealed. That he did not get a fair trial. He didn't get a fair trial. Because number one, he was not judged by his peers. You know what I'm saying? He got to have somebody up there that looked like him, especially because white people have historically told the line for whatever the fuck they did. And a lot of the shit that they did, they know they was fucking wrong for doing it, but they told the line. You see what I'm saying? And they know they was fucking wrong for the shit that they told the line. So here you got 12 white people towing the line, playing, you know, like I said, when they interview them, can you be in what is it? Impartial to the fact that Carmelo Anthony is black? Yes, I can be impartial. Lying through the motherfucking teeth, lying through their pores. You see, and sat them up there. And they run down because they already know what it is. Run down. Let's hurry up and get on up out of here. Let's go on and hang him. Give him 35 years. Give him 35 years. But that must be appealed. That got to be appealed. You know, just on the strength of. Just on the first, he in a damn near all white county, a racially inclined white county. You see what I'm saying? Looking to hang a nigga. Historically, you know, been hanging niggas since forever. Texas is bad. Shit, come on, man. They didn't fry more motherfuckers than anybody in the United States. So you know and hangings and all that shit, lynchings and shit that went on in Texas. So Texas got a history. You know, they got a history, and the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So that's gonna have to be moved, man. They're gonna have to appeal that. And if once they appeal it, and then motherfucker take it to the goddamn to the Supreme Court. But they're gonna have to get somebody that's gonna go in there and fight. You know, they're gonna have to fight this shit out for this appeal. You cannot take this line down on your back. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is gonna have to stand up. And like I say again, it's all about black power. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know, I ain't the energy is the ancestors is putting energy out here for us, and we got to tap into it. You know, and go on and win this. It's all about black power. That means we have to stick to our own. We have to do, and when it comes to economics, they need to pay for this. You know, and pay meaning that we gonna get our shit together. You know, fuck a boycott. Just stop spending money and spend money with yourself. Fuck that. That don't even mean shit to me. Boycott. What means something to me is black power. That sound more better. You see what I'm saying? Black power. You know, where you spending your money in your own community, and if you ain't got no businesses, build some. Build some. We ain't spending another dollar with y'all, motherfucker. And motherfuckers should stop going to the military. Just stop doing all that shit now. You know, if y'all motherfuckers can't respect the lives, we gonna show y'all. You take your ass out there and fight them wars by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas in the military got to understand when your ass, they gonna treat you just the same. They gonna discard your ass. You can march, you can go over there and go to war. You do any motherfucking thing, they gonna disown and disown your ass. So you know, just the same, they don't give a goddamn about that. So I mean, is that all your life is worth? So you have to punish these motherfuckers, man. So go over there when them goddamn odd told us, don't call us. Take your ass over there and fight when Gigi Ping and them motherfuckers over there want to fight. Take your ass over there. Don't call us. Go fight them damn Chinese by yourself. You see, don't call us for shit. Take your if our lives ain't worth shit, don't call us for a motherfucking thing. Take your ass on over there, fight your own goddamn war. We ain't fighting no more Chinese. We ain't fighting no, because we got to deal with them motherfuckers any goddamn way. Take your ass over there and fight them Arabs by your goddamn self and see how victorious your ass gonna be. You see what I'm saying? And that's the end of it. We don't want to hear. I don't want to hear shit else from them. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of our communities. That's how you feel. Pack your shit up and get out. Don't expect no money from us because we ain't giving you shit. Period. That's how it should be. We should invest in our own and keep our children on in their own communities where they safe. And it should be a motherfucking law that, one, if the city, and we need to turn all the cities in which we live in to chocolate cities. And our cities should goddamn be policed by black people that are of the community. We should not have no goddamn long rangers and tontos coming from the suburbs to come down in our motherfucking community to police us and brutalize us. Them motherfucking days is over with. You know what I'm saying? It's too many of you niggas out here want to sit in the white man lap though. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna never change. So you might as well get over this dumb shit that's going on out here and do what, and then take it to the next level. But you got to start right in your own community. But they should be most definitely appealing this. And they should get a lawyer. There's some lawyers. They're gonna need more than one. They need some lawyers that's gonna go in there and fight for this boy life. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got to go in there and fight for his life. They got to do better than this. So I'm expecting to hear, that an appeal is being made. I expect to hear that an appeal is being made. You know what I'm saying? Because this is really this is really crazy, man. But this might be what we need. You know what I'm saying? To because it should have been that way. Sandra Bland. How many times you gonna keep looking at this shit? How many times you gonna keep looking at this shit, talking about this might be the time? Yeah, motherfucker, come on now, come on now, come on now. It's really time up. It's really time to circle the wagons on our community. It really is. And it's time for us as black men to get our shit together and take control, insert control over the community in a righteous way, man, to bring about the best result. Because we're not getting the best results with this bullshit that niggas is talking out here. Ain't nothing gonna be given. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna be given. Everything is gonna be taken. Nothing's gonna be given. So you can give up on that. You know what I'm saying? But the first place you got to circle the wagons around your community and give motherfuckers. You gotta, an eviction notice. You're out of here. You got to go. Period. You must go. We are not dealing with you motherfuckers no more. Pack it up and get y'all ass out of our community. And any nigga talking any otherwise, you can pack your shit up and go with them. Period. You can pack your shit up and go with them if you do not like it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker talking about standing on business. I'm standing on business. Pack your shit up and get the fuck out of our community. Because we don't need no sideways niggas talking over on this side of the fence, then come talk to us too. Nigga, either you on this side or you can take your ass on the other side. Real talk. But that's the message that you got to send, but we're not done fighting for Carmelo Anthony. He should get an appeal, and I expect to hear it soon. I expect to hear it soon. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You got money to give these damn Neanderthals every day. Can he win? We gon' find the fuck out because we gonna appeal. People say, can he? Yeah, we gonna find the fuck out because we gonna appeal. We gonna goddamn appeal. You see what I'm saying? We gonna goddamn appeal. And if that don't work, we gonna take it to the Supreme Court. Cause this could be the one of those and we know what the Supreme Court, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But take it all the way to the Supreme Court. And by that time, we have been and thoroughly got all the motherfuckers. We gonna boycott. You call it boycott. I call it black power. You see what I'm saying? That sound better. You see, we don't intend on spending no more. This your last supper. That's gonna be my next thumbnail. It's gonna be the last supper. And it's gonna have all the different races that's been eating off our ass. It's gonna be eating up. That's their dad's gonna be at the table, and it's gonna say "Last Supper." You know what I'm saying? Get your ass up out of here, cause we ain't feeding you no more. We don't give a goddamn about your holidays. We ain't spending no money on your fuck your holidays. If you're intending to be in the black, motherfucker, you might as well throw in the towel now. Fuck they Christmas already. It's not y'all talking about boycott. I want to see you niggas. Boy, it started already. This is y'all done did young brother Cyrus. Now y'all want to try to railroad fucking Carmelo Anthony. Fuck your Christmas, your Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want, I wouldn't buy a turkey for shit. I wouldn't buy nothing. I wouldn't buy none of that shit. I wouldn't endorse none of that. Yeah, I mean, I understand Thanksgiving is about family. You understand what I'm saying? But you try to spend, that I understand people want to be with their family and celebrate their family. I understand that. But everything else, all that Christmas shit and all that, man, fuck them. I wouldn't get them motherfuckers a dollar. You know what I'm saying? We have to stand on shit, man. We too pleasure prone. You know what I'm saying? We too pleasure prone. That we know you cuts and all, but and we always but it's the babies. What about the babies? We got to stand on all 10 some motherfucking time. They killing the babies. They trying to sentence the babies to 35 and they ain't babies, but they don't give a goddamn. The babies too. They don't care. So you had to, build a world for them. It's better for them to have a world in which they could live in dignity than always trying to cut a corner. You see what I'm saying? Cut a corner. No. So we cut that goddamn holiday shit out. Cut that holiday shit out. Cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out. Could we giving the Reverend all your goddamn money? Cut his ass out. He a part of the that include his ass. If he ain't stepping up, if you're gonna be a revolutionary church and you're gonna fight for the people, that's one thing. But if you're gonna be a demented organization that continues to leech off of black people while the very community is the life is being sucked out of the community, you got to go. Pack your shit up too. All that religion hustling is over with. All that religious hustling is over with. Get your ass up out of here. It's a time. It's a reckoning. I believe it's time for the reckoning. And you got to go down the list, and and you got to give an evaluation to everybody in which you deal with. Is they on the team or is they off the team? And real talk, and it should be done immediately, and it should be implemented immediately. Everybody should be feeling the effect of what's going on out here. Everybody that's guilty of coming against our people and trying to destroy our people, motherfucker, you should feel the fire. And so we're not scared of you motherfuckers, man. That's what people got to understand. We are not scared of none of you motherfuckers. So, if you think that, you in for a rude awakening. So tomorrow, family, or later on today, we'll see what the outcome will be as far as this appeal. It need to be talked about immediately. I don't know what they waiting on. You know what I'm saying? It's Wednesday. It should be an appeal. They should be filing for a motherfucking appeal immediately. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Immediately. They didn't sentence it. They should be applying for and I don't know if they probably didn't already so they should have fucking filed already. Shit. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know how, I think shit, as soon as the sentencing takes place, you should be able to file for a motherfucking an appeal. The application should be, put in, and then maybe he can come out, until that time. Shit. That's the way I look at it. He should be able to come home or something, until that time. Maybe they'll give him. I don't know. I don't know. He did pretty good while he was out. He didn't run, he didn't do shit. I don't see him as a threat. You see what I'm saying? Shit. Where he gonna go? Everybody in the world know him. Shit, where he gonna run? He only, he 19 years old. What the fuck? What kind of capital do he got to run? He can't go no damn where. We'll see, family. But let's stay, keep our eyes on this because this is for everybody. This ain't just what they trying to do to Carmelo Anthony and young brother Cyrus. They trying to do to all our ass. You can't flee from this. You got to stand on our team. Or motherfucker, they gonna pick our ass off one by one. You see what I'm saying? So I see y'all in a minute, family. Get over to Patreon, click that link at the top of the chat, and I'll see y'all a little later on today. Black Power.